As a court, please, my lord, yesterday the explanation of the legal terminology stood down. If we can start
that's
with
it.
that.
Yeah, can you just place the translation, which you said you are going to investigate and translate into Zulu for Mr. Gobeni to understand.
Thank you, my lord. I managed to go to the library and I took the dictionary home.
Yeah, okay.
Uzokhumbula baba uZungu khona bekufundiwe la kule ncwadi yomthetho ubaba Baloyi izolo. So ke manje soqala khona ke. Okufundiwe ke izolo kufuneka kuhumusheka ngalendlela. Umlekeleli ekuleliseni umuntu ongagculisi konke okufunwayo icala okuphethwe kwincazelo yobugebengu noma ongafanelwe icala ngokuhambisana nezimiso eziqondene nabantu bonke abamqondo munye noma owodwa kodwa noko othi ngaphandle komthetho nangamabomu aqhubekekise phambili ukwenziwa kwako kwenziwa umunye umuntu ngamabomu azihlanganise nokwenziwa kobugebengu ngokulekelela owenza okubi noma iselelesi noma abenza okubi izelelesi noma abanike iseluleko noma abanike ulwazi noma abanike ithuba noma amasu angalungile ukwenza ubelelesi noma ukuhlanganisa ukwenziwa kwako. Then igama elandelayo ke lisetshenzisiwe mabelihumushaka bathi it's accessory after the fact umlekeleli emuva kokuthi isehlakalo leso senzekile. Kulesi isigaba kucace bha ukuthi bobabili iselelesi noma ke lowo okwenze okubi nomlekeleli ekuleleseni baqhubekisa phambili ukwenziwa kobugebengu ngaphambi kokuthi buqedwe. Umlekeleli emuva kokuthi sekwenzekile kolunye uhlangothi umuntu othi emuva kokuthi ubugebengu benziwe ngaphandle komthetho nangamabomu asize iselelesi noma umlekeleli ekuleleseni ukuphunyuka ecaleni. Umlekeleli emuva kokuthi sekwenzekile ubonakala noma uvela esithombeni emuva kokuthi ubugebengu sebuqediwe ukwenziwa. Ngaleso sizathu angeke kuthiwe uqhubekisa phambili noma uhlanganisa ukwenziwa kobugebengu. Ngakho ke akanaqhaza alibambile uma ubugebengu lobo bebenziwa noma benziwa. Those three lines.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Zungu, we asked you about your testimony to the effect that you handed 2,000 rand to allegedly to Sergeant Mukhani when you were taken to the Foslores court on the 25th of June 2020. However, you maintain that you handed an amount of 3,000 rand to him. Is that correct?
Sikubuze ngobufakazi bakho mnumzana uZungu mayelana ke nemali othi wayinikeza yena ke uSergeant Mukhani ngalo ilanga la 25 ka June 2020 kodwa ke wena uyasho uthi imali ke kwaku 3,000.
Cha lapho bese kushisa ikhanda ngihambelele ikhanda kahle kahle ukuthi 3,000 2,000 rand.
No, there I became hot-headed. It was hot-headedness that led me there. I just confused the two. The correct amount was 2,000 rand.
But Mr. Zungu, you maintained that it was 3,000 rand. When we tried to probe you on your evidence that you said it was 2,000 rand, you said it was 3,000 rand.
Sizamileke ukuthi sitshengiseke noma sisho kuwena ukuthi ke ebufakazini bakho wawushilo ngaphambilini ukuthi kwaku 2,000 kodwa wena ke wema ke kulokho ukuthi cha beku 3,000.
Yebo nizamile khona ngalolo suku lo lengisho ngathi ngiphethelelwe ikhanda.
Yes, you did try, as I'm saying that on that particular day I just got confused.
Are you now changing your evidence that it was not 3,000 rand, it was 2,000 rand?
Manje ke uyasho ke namhlanje ukuthi kwakungasiyena u-3,000 kwaku 2,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. In your evidence in chief, you testify that after Brigadier Gininda took down the statement on the 24th of June 2020 at Primrose Police Station, Sergeant Mohola showed you a picture on the phone that depicted Mafika, that is accused number 2, wearing a long-sleeved red shirt, jeans, and Cavella shoes. Is that correct?
Ebufakazini bakho uthi ke emuva kokuthi noma eseqedile ubhala ke phansi uBrigadier Gininda uSergeant Mohola noma ke umamfundisi kunesithombe akutshengisa sona kwakuyisithombe esikamsoko wesibili uMafika owayegqoke kwakuyihembe libomvu elinekhono emide set jeans.
Yes.
Efake kanye futhi ke nayo ijean kanye ke necathulo zeCavella.
Yebo mnyama.
Ne?
Yebo.
Yes.
And you then said you know him, he's from back home.
Waphendula ke wena wathi yebo uyamazi buya nonke emakhaya.
Yebo.
Yes.
And you then said to Sergeant Mohola, Sergeant Mohola then said to you that they were looking for him, for Mafika. Is that correct?
Uthi wabesethi kwena ke uSergeant Mohola ukuthi ke bayamfuna Mafika.
Yebo.
Yes.
But accused number 2 was already arrested on the 16th of June 2020.
Kodwa ke ngaleso sikhathi leso wayeseboshiwe umsolo wesibili waboshwa nge-16 zika June 2020.
So at the time when Sergeant Mohola met you with Brigadier Gininda on the 24th of June 2020, accused number 2 was already arrested.
Manje ke ngaleso sikhathi leso wawuhlangana wena naye umamfundisi kanye naye uBrigadier Gininda babe sebembophile umsolo wesibili.
Hayi ngiyalikhuluma iphutha.
You were making a mistake.
Hayi ngiyalikhuluma iphutha. Uma fika uboshwe emva
Sibanye Stillwater in Carltonville, where accused number 2 took him to the place where he worked.
Nge-18 zika June 2020 umsolo wesibili uMafika wabathatha ke bona wahamba nabo waya nabo eSibanye la ayesebenza khona.
And
ngithi mina
I'm sorry, Sergeant Mohola was present at that occasion.
angazi soyakha kanjani le proof le kuze mhlumbeni nicacele ukuthi le nto lena esikhuluma lapha sisengeyimithi la. Sikhuluma nje sisengeyimithi iphela lapha ulungisane okhuluma iqiniso oyosho ukuthi ngathi ngiphuma mina kulesini wathi sekuboshwa uMafika.
I don't know how are we going to go about getting proof or proving this because with what we are doing here we are just getting nowhere. Lungisani is the person that would be able to come to tell the truth that when I got released on the Thursday, that is then when he informed me or told me that Mafika had been arrested.
No, the clocking records of accused number 2 have been handed through Mr. Muller, the manager at Stillwater, and he confirmed the evidence of Brigadier Gininda, Sergeant Mohola, that they were at Sibanye Stillwater on the 18th of June 2020.
Kunobufakazi ke okhona ke lapha phambi kwenkantolo la ayesebenza khona ke umnumzana uNtanzi owayesebenza ngaphansi kwakhe noma ke kwakuyimanager kodwa nje owayesebenza ngaphansi kwakhe kunamaphepha ke awandlulisa la enkantolo eqinisekisa lokho okwashiwo uyena uBrigadier Gininda kanye naye uSergeant Umukhula ukuthi ngempela baya khona lapha yana ngazo i18 zika June 2020 behamba naye umsolo wesibili.
Anguphiki lokho, ngiphika lokho ukuthi umafika uboshwe phambi kwami. Umafika uboshwe emva kwami. Mfike waboshwa umuzi. Kwathi umuzi uthi akazofuna ke akuzobuzwa ke mkhambe kanjani. Engakaboshwa umafika.
I'm not disputing that. What I'm disputing is the fact that Mafika was arrested before me. Mafika was arrested after me. The first person to be arrested was Muzi, and then Mafika was arrested after me, not before me.
Yes. We put it to you that your evidence cannot be correct, that Sergeant Mukhola showed you a picture of accused number 2 saying that they were looking for him, as accused number 2 was already arrested on the 16th of June 2020.
Ngithi ke kuwena ubufakazi bakho obushoyo la enkantolo njengamanje ukuthi ke uSergeant Umukhula umamfundisi unesithombe akutshengisa sona ethi bafunana noma bafuna umafika ukuthi akusilona iqiniso lokho ngoba ngaleso sikhathi leso wayesele vele eboshiwe uMnumzana uNtanzi.
Kuyiqiniso lokho ukuthi bangikhombisa mina isithombe engakaboshwa umafika.
It is true that they showed me a photo before Mafika was arrested.
Yesterday, we showed you a statement which bears your name and surname.
Izolo ke sikhombise sona ke statement lesi esinegama lakho kanye nesibongo sakho.
Yebo.
Yes.
Your evidence is that is not the statement that Brigadier Gininda took down on the 24th of June 2020 at Primrose Police Station. Is that correct?
Ubufakazi bakho buthi ke lesi akusona istatement esabhalwa phansi uyena uBrigadier Gininda ngazo i24 ku June 2020 ePrimrose.
Ngithe akusiyona isignature yami le.
I said this is not my signature.
You said you only place an S on the document that you signed. Is that correct?
Wena ke okushilo ukuthi ke wabeka kuphela nje uS la kule phepha le noma kula maphepha osayinda kuwona wabeka uS. Yes.
So, are you saying that is not the statement that you signed on the 24th of June 2020 at Primrose Police Station?
Manje ke uthi lesi akusona istatement wasayina kusona nge 24 zika June 2020 ePrimrose.
Akusisi.
No, it is not.
You further testified that it was the only statement that was taken down pertaining to this matter.
Ushilo futhi ke ukuthi ke isona kuphela istatement esabhalwa noma esenziwa mayelana leqala leli.
Angazi lapho mina kodwa lesakusisisa.
There I don't know, but this is not mine.
So what happened to that statement that you say you signed by placing an S on it?
Manje ke kwenzekani ngaleso statement leso uthi wabeka uS kusona?
Angazi ba angisazi asihlali phela kimi.
I don't know because I'm not the one who keep it.
So in other words, Mr. Zungu, you are not the source of that statement that has just been placed before you. Is that correct?
Ngamanye amagama lokhu okula akuqhamuki kuwena noma kubuyi kuwena lokho okubhalwe la.
You are not the author of that statement.
Akuswena wabhala lokho okula.
Akusimini ngakubhala.
No, I'm not.
So in other words, that statement, its origin, the contents thereof are unknown to you. Is that correct?
Okusho ukuthi la siqhamuka khona lokhu okubhaliwe la awukwazi wena.
Ayangikwazi.
It's unknown to me.
Now, in light of what you're saying, Mr. Zungu, we are going to take you through that statement to determine whether or not you are the author of that statement.
Manje ke ngenxa yalokhu okushoyo manje noma lokho oqeda ukusho ke manje sizofunda ke le statement kanye nawe ukuthola noqinisekisa ukuthi sibuya kuwena noma asibuyi kuwena yini.
sibuya kimi sisayinwe ubani ngezansi yimi.
It's from me. Who signed it at the bottom? Is it me who signed?
Yes. You said you are not the one who signed the statement.
Ushilo wathi akuswena o signed it.
Ngifundela kanjani into engasayinwanga yimi?
And how do you read to me what was not
Yes.
signed by me?
Yes, the law allows if you deny the authorship of the document, we can cross-examine you on this document.
Umthetho uyavuma ke noma uyazivumela ke uma kuukuthi ke uyaphikisana ke nokuthi siqhamuka kuwena ukuthi sike sikufundele noma sifunde.
Okay.
Okay.
It's written, First Lores Cas.
The state says they want to demonstrate that the statement that the witness says was not signed by him, that the content thereof was not read back to him, that the signature that appears on the statement is not a signature, that it does not even know the content thereof. The state says they would want to endeavor to demonstrate that that statement comes from him and they are relying on a specific authority for that. I'm not aware of that authority. All that I'm aware of, my Lord, is that before a witness could be confronted on the basis of a statement that he allegedly made, that statement must be sufficiently proved. Actually, it must be proved to have been made by him. And there are those jurisdictional factors that need to be complied with or be proven, and the witness should admit them before it can be said that that statement has been proven. But to say that, despite the fact that the statement the witness dissociates himself from that particular statement, then the state says no, we'll endeavor to show that the content of that statement actually comes from you. That presupposes a trial within a trial.
Yes, Mr. Baloyi.
As the court, please, my Lord, the lay of the land has changed completely by the evidence of Mr. Zungu.
Yeah.
He says this is not my statement.
Yeah, quite. That's what he says.
So in other words, the authorship of the statement is now in question.
Quite.
Therefore, it's a factual determination. It's got nothing to do with whether or not he signed the statement. The end of the day, it's a determination that the court, taking into consideration the conspectus of the evidence, will have to determine whether his version is true or not. It's a simple fact of the matter, my Lord.
I agree with you. You may proceed.
As the court pleases, my Lord. It's written, First Lores Cas 636/10/2014. It says, I, the undersigned, Sifiso Zungu, those are your names, as you mentioned yesterday. Is that correct?
Inkantolo ke ivumeleke umshushisi ukuthi esengaqhubeka ke afundele noma ke afundeke istatement lesi sibhalwe ke lapha ngaphezulu uFosloras case 636/10/2014 kwase kwabhalwa ke ngokulandelayo mina ke osayindile la ngenzansi Sifiso Zungu ushilo ukuthi amagama akho lawo angithi.
Sorry, we didn't get the answer.
I'm still waiting.
What is the answer?
La mina uSifiso Zungu. Yes, I am Sifiso Zungu.
Yes. It says with ID number or born on 1991/09/09. You confirmed yesterday that that is your birth date.
Futhi ke ngale ID number noma ke ngazalwa ngo1991 nge9 zika September ushilo ukuthi wazalwa yebo ngale lalanga noma ngalo wanyaka ngale yanyanga. Yes.
Residing at number N6/3 Block N, Basutini Hostel, Phosphorus. You confirmed that, yesterday you confirmed that that is the address that you gave.
Ihlala kwa number N63 ublock N eBasutwini hostel ePhosphorus. Ushilo ukuthi impela uhlala khona lapha.
ngilale S.
I sleep at the S section.
Yes, and you said you cook and you spend the day at N6/3 block.
Yes.
And Basutini Hostel. With cell number 07699858812. This is the cell phone number that you confirmed yesterday when we were going through the section 205 of accused number 1, 2, and 4.
Ngale number ke kamakhalekhukhwini ewu-076 ushilo noma ke uvumileke izolo ngathi ke sikufundela ke uxhumana ke phakathi uxhumana kwale number kanye umsolo wokuqala owesibili kanye nowesine. Yes.
Say you are self-employed.
Bini lokuqala.
Sorry.
So,
Okay. I confirmed with regards to accused number 1 and number 2.
You states further, I'm self-employed as a small businessman in the hostel.
Ngiyayisebenzela ke nanjengo somabhizinisi khona ehostel.
Is it correct that you own a bicycle?
Ngaba kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ke umnikazi webhayisikili?
hayi ngilayishela abantu ngebhayisikili. Ngangilayishela abantu ngebhayisikili hayi ukuthi ngiyawa-owna.
No, I used to ferry stuff or to transport things for people, not that I own them.
That's what you're saying, that you do have a bicycle.
Iloko sikusho ukuthi unalo ibhayisikili.
Nginalo ibhayisikili.
I do have a bicycle.
And you use this bicycle to collect orders for alcohol that are placed with you. You collect the alcohol from the bottle store and then deliver them to the persons who have ordered their alcohol at the bottle store, at the hostel, sorry.
Okwenzayo ke ukuthi ke uye uthathe ke lona ke ibhayisikili lelo uhambe ke uyolanda lokho okuthengiwe noma ke okodiwe yabantu abalapho ke hostel noma ke utshwala uhambe yokulanda ke lapho ekudayiswa khona ukulethe kumuntu lo okuthengile.
Osuke ngithumile.
The one that would have sent me.
Yes. So that information that you're a small businessman is correct.
Manje ke lokho obhalwe laphayana ke ukuthi ke usomabhizinisi kuyiqiniso.
Lokhu ukuthi ngisomabhizinisi angisomabhizinisi mina. Umuntu usomabhizinisi umuntu own izinto. Angiwoni mina.
I'm not a businessman. A businessman is someone who owns certain things I do not own.
But that is what you do for a living, to collect orders for alcohol, collect the orders from the bottle store and deliver them at the hostel.
Kodwa ke ikona okwenzayo lokho ukuthi uyahamba uyothatha ama-order la ekudayiswa khona ke utshwala bese uyawabuyisa ke uwaletha khona ehostel.
Ngiyakwenza.
Yes, I do that.
Paragraph 2, on Wednesday, 24 June 2020, at about 21:50, I was approached by Colonel Gininda, who identified himself as a police officer.
Siyaqhubeka ke sifundeka ngalendlela. Uthi kwakungolesithathu ngeyi-24 zika June 2020 isikhathi kwaku-10 to 10 ebusuku kweza kumina ke uColonel Gininda owayichaza ngokuthi uyiphoyisa.
That information is correct.
Kuyiqiniso lokho ukuthi umende ezethula kuwena ke washo bathi uyiphoyisa.
Uma efika ebusuku ePimrose.
Was that when he arrived In Primrose?
Yes.
During the night, yeah.
wafika washo.
Yes, that's what he said upon arrival.
And that was on Wednesday, the 24th of June 2020.
Loko kwenzeka kungoLwesithathu nge-24 zika-June 2020.
Angisakhumbuli kwakulesingaka.
I can't remember what day it was.
The colonel informed me the purpose of his visit to me. He further warned me according to my constitutional rights.
uKenneth, sorry, wasengitshela ke izathu sokuthi ke azongibona wase futhi ke engexwayisa ngamalungelo ami ngokomthethosisekelo.
You testify that Brigadier Gininda gave you a document which he did not read, is that correct?
Ushilo ke uma ufakazi noma ubufakazi bakho ke obuthule uthe yebo likhona iphepha ke akunikeza lona ke uBrigadier Gininda kodwa ukazi ulifunde.
Akaze ngifunde.
I never read it.
Na futhi akaze bengifundele amalungelo ami.
And they also never read my rights to me.
He further told me that he is the investigating officer of the murder stroke death of Senzo Meyiwa.
Waqhubeka ke wangitshela ukuthi ke umphenyi ke noma ke umseshi kwicala lokubulala noma ukushona kwakhe uSenzo Meyiwa.
Hayi akaze ngazise kanjalo.
No, he never informed me as such.
But it is a fact, he is the lead investigator in this matter that pertains to the death of Mr. Senzo Meyiwa.
Kodwa ke kuyilo iqiniso ke lokuthi uyena ke umseshi ke noma umphenyi walo icala leli lokushona kwakhe uSenzo Meyiwa.
Hayi mina wangibuza wakhuluma indaba kaMuzi nje ke manje ngikhuluma indaba zoSenzo Meyiwa.
To me, he only spoke about Muzi. He never made mention of about Senzo Meyiwa.
But you did testify in your evidence in chief that they informed you about the death of a goalkeeper and you told them that you don't follow soccer.
Kodwa ke kubufakazi bakho ngaphambili ushilo wathi ke bakutshela ngokushona kwakhe unozinto noma ke ugoalkeeper wasuyabatshela ke wena ukuthi awazi lutho ngebhola.
Babesakhuluma bengabhali phansi.
They were still talking, they were not writing anything down.
I was told that the colonel has a reason to believe that I have knowledge or information about the perpetrators stroke suspect who are involved in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa.
Ngatshelwa ke ukuthi uKenneth noma yena ke uBrigadier Gininda wayenezathu sokuthi akholweke ukuthi nganginolwazi noma nginolwazi mayelana ke nalabo abenza noma ke abasola abenza ke ubugebengu lobo noma abasolwa abambandakanyekayo ekushoneni kwakhe uSenzo Meyiwa. Ngazi noma izwile ngiphinde. Okay.
What is your comment?
Uthini kulokho?
Angikwazi mina.
No, I know nothing about this.
I know Senzo Meyiwa as a goalkeeper that was killed back in October 2014.
Ngiyamazi uSenzo Meyiwa nanjengo goalkeeper owabulawa ngo-October ka-2014.
Kusho mina into ngiyamazi keep.
Is that me saying I know the goalkeeper?
Yes, that's
Yebo.
what is written here.
Ilokho kubhaliwe la.
Ilokho engikusho ukuthi statement mhlumbene baphambanisa abantu. Mina ngeke ngazi goalkeeper webhola ngifave ibhola mina.
That is what I'm saying, that maybe they are confusing people because I wouldn't know about the goalkeeper. I'm not a football follower or a football fan.
Ngisho ngathi uthatha ifoni yami endala ucheck nje ifonini yami ngoba ifoni yami lokho yasala ngakini nibone ukuthi nofica into edibene nebhola.
Even if you to take my old cell phone, the one that is still with in possession, the state is still in possession of, you can just go through that cell phone and see if you'll find anything that is related to football.
I explained to the colonel that I am willing to speak to him freely and voluntarily about my knowledge of the perpetrators. However, I was not personally involved in the death of Senzo Meyiwa.
ngamchazela ke uKenneth ukuthi ngangimisele ukuthi ke ngikhulume kuyena ke ngokukhululekile nangokuyithandela mayelana ke nolwazi enginalo mayelana labo abenza ke noma ke abakwenza lokho kodwa ke mina ke kwakungekho okungihlanganisa nokushona kukaSenzo Meyiwa.
Ayangiyazi.
No, I don't know this.
Paragraph 3. I was warned again according to my constitutional rights and advised that this statement will be taken in terms of the provisions of Section 204 of the Criminal Procedure Act, Act 51 of 1977. I understand.
Ngase ngixwayiswa futhi ke ngawo amalungelo ami ngokomthethosisekelo ngase futhi ngitshelwa ke ukuthi istatement lesi ke sasithathwa phansi kwawuphike umthetho base kwebhala ukuthi asithathwa ngaphansi kwawo ke umthetho obizwa ngokuthi ke u section 204 wawo umthetho ke ngaphansi wawo umthetho u51 ka1977 ngiyakuzwa lokho.
We did take it through the provisions of Section 204 yesterday.
Izolo ke sikufundeleke ukuthi lo mthetho lona usho ukuthini
In broad outline.
sifunda ke nje ngokuphelele. Oh.
Yes. Paragraph 4. I confirm that this statement is made in terms of Section 204 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977. I confirm that I was properly informed page 2 that the statement may contain information that may incriminate me in various offenses and that I may be called as a witness on behalf of the prosecution and further be required to answer questions which may incriminate me but if in the opinion of the court I answer all questions frankly and honestly, I will be discharged from prosecution on such charges or any competent verdicts thereon, and that the contents hereof may be utilized in any manner as regarded as admissible as evidence in any trial against me.
Ngiyaqinisekisa ke ukuthi istatement lesi senziwa ngaphansi kwawo ke umthetho lona obizwa ngokuthi ke u204 wawo ke umthetho ngaphansi ko51 ka1977. Ngiyaqinisekisa nokuthi ke futhi ngatshelwa ukuthi ke istatement lesi singathi ke sibe nemininingwane ke engathi ke ihlanganise noma ke ifake nami kumacala ahlukile nokuthi ke ngingabizwa ke nanjengofakazi wombuso nokuthi futhi kulindeleke kumina ukuthi ngiphenduleke imibuzo engathi ingihlanganise necala nokuthi uma futhi ke inkantolo ithola ukuthi ke imibuzo ngiyiphendula yonke ngeqiniso ngizothi ke ngidedelweke noma ngikhishwe noma ke ngingashushiswa nguwona umbuso kumacala lawo ke abathi abasolwa bawathweswe nokuthi ke lokhu okubhaliwe ke lana kusona istatement lesi kungasetshenziswa nangayiphi ke indlela uma kutholakala ukuthi ke kuyamukeleka nanjengobufakazi.
Paragraph 5. The facts contained herein are within my personal knowledge unless otherwise stated and are both true and correct.
Okubhaliwe ke lana ke engikwaziyo noma ke into engiyaziyo ke mina enginolwazi lwayo.
In the last weekend of October 2014, at about 1500 hours, I was driving my bicycle.
There's something that has been read to this, from the statement, which has got to do with section 204 and the mess that is written there. This witness is not even afforded the opportunity to comment on whether or not it is him who wrote the thing in that statement.
Which thing did he write?
Excuse me?
Which thing did he write?
That which the state has just read now, which
I
has
thought
been
that was written by
interpreted, the
Gininda.
state has not been.
I thought that was written by Gininda. So you're saying it was written by him. He says he doesn't know that statement.
No,
doesn't
but what?
know it.
No, my lord.
What are you saying?
I am saying.
Yes.
I am saying.
Yes.
The state says
Yes.
what is written in the statement
Yes.
comes from this witness, which was written
Okay,
by
fine.
Gininda.
Mr. You know what you must do? Otherwise, we're going to waste time. Just read that whole statement from paragraph 1 right up to the end, if there is a statement like that. Okay? So that it's on record. So that if this case goes anywhere else, people know what was happening. Just read, because he says that's not his statement.
Yes.
Am I correct, sir?
Angithi usho kanjalo ukuthi akusona esakho statement lesi.
Yeah, and you don't know it. Angithi.
Awusazi. I don't know
Right.
it.
So he doesn't know it, it's not a statement, but you have declared that there is a dispute about the origin of this statement. So what you must do is put the contents of this statement, the whole contents of this statement, on record. And thereafter, you can go line by line to find out if he recognizes whatever in that statement. Okay?
Umehlulo luthi akwenzeke kanjena ke umshushisi sizosifunda ke sonke ke ukuthi ke konke nje kube khona ke kwi-record lokho okubhaliwe lana emuva kwalokho ke ube
So maybe actually starts right from the initial, where there's a heading. You say there's a heading.
Yes.
It's a statement in terms of 204. Right across the board, okay?
That will be then paragraph 4
No, okay. Please start from the beginning,
from the beginning.
the very beginning.
All right. It's written A1, Annexure A149, page 1 of 7. First Lores CAS 636 stroke 10 stroke 2014. I, the undersigned, Sifiso Zungu, with ID number stroke born on 1991 stroke 9 stroke 09, residing at number N6 stroke 3, block N, Basutuni Hostel, First Lores, with cell number 076 998 5812. I am self-employed as a small businessman in the hostel. Paragraph 2. On Wednesday, the 24th of June, 2020, at about 21:50, I was approached by Colonel Gininda, who identified himself as a police officer. The colonel informed me the purpose of his visit to me. He further warned me, according to my constitutional rights, he further told me that he is the investigating officer of the murder stroke death of Senzo Meyiwa. I was told that the colonel has a reason to believe that I have knowledge or information about the perpetrators stroke suspects who are involved in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. I know Senzo Meyiwa as a goalkeeper that was killed back in October 2014. I explained to the colonel that I am willing to speak to him freely and voluntarily about my knowledge of the perpetrators. However, I was not personally involved in the death of Senzo Meyiwa. Paragraph 3. I was warned again according to my constitutional rights and advised that this statement will be taken in terms of the provisions of Section 204 of the Criminal Procedure Act, Act 51 of 1977. I understand. Paragraph 4. I confirm that this statement is made in terms of Section 204 of the Criminal Procedure Act, Act 51 of 1977. I confirm that I was properly informed that, the statement continues on page 2. It says, Sifiso Zungu states further that, it's paragraph 4. I confirm that I was properly informed that the statement may contain information that may incriminate me in various offenses, and that I may be called as a witness on behalf of the prosecution, and further be required to answer questions which may incriminate me, but that if, in the opinion of the court, I answer all questions frankly and honestly, I will be discharged from prosecution on such charges or any competent verdicts thereon, and that the contents hereof may be utilized in any manner or regarded as admissible as evidence in any trial against me. Paragraph 5. The facts contained herein are within my personal knowledge unless otherwise stated, and are both true and correct. The next paragraph. In the last weekend of October 2014, around 1500 hours, I was driving my bicycle back to block N1/N Basutuni Hostel when I found Muzi Sibia standing together with Mafika Ntanzi. Ntanzi works in the mines in Rustenburg, insofar as I know. They were standing on the main entrance, busy talking. I greeted them. Shortly, a silver VW Polo arrived, which was driven by Nkani. Nkani's real name, Fisokuhle Ntuli. I believe the said VW Polo is a hired car because I saw a red and white color tag on the key holder of the keys that Nkani was holding. I believe the key was written something Avis. Nkani was the driver of this vehicle. Page 3 of 7, First Lores Cars 636/10/2014, Sifiso Zungu states further that next paragraph, Sifiso Ntuli joined both Mafika Ntanzi and Muzi Sibia. The three moved straight from the main door after talking softly to each other to the room/bedroom section of Nkani's room. They closed the door behind them. Nkani is also using the names of Sifiso Ntuli, so they are one and the same person. It was clear to me that the three had something important and private to discuss. I left to deliver some bottles, cases, container to the customers and returned not long after that, as I was expecting visitors. Next paragraph. When I arrived back in my hostel block, I noticed that the silver Polo was gone. All three were nowhere to be seen inside the block. I met my visitors, who are Makosonke Zungu from Limpopo and Zoe Zungu, who is a police officer. We sat and chatted until it was darker. While we were talking and saw Sifiso Ntuli, Muzi Sibia, and Mafika Ntanzi walking in. Muzi took one of the drink that had a sip on it and said, "Do we know that Senzo Meyiwa is dead?" We were shocked to hear this. But we thought maybe he does not mean it. The time of their return could have been between 2000 hours and 2100 hours. After a few minutes, more or less 20 minutes, two more guys, namely Carlos Butelezi and Ntokosizeni Mapisa, the two were walking. I did not see any car. I further recall now that it was a weekend. Page 4 of 7, First Lores Cars 636/10/2014. Sifiso Zungu states further that, paragraph 8, Carlos as well as Mapisa left, while Nkani left with Ntanzi in the silver Polo. Next, paragraph 9. Few weeks later, I was approached by Tuli Mbata, who informed me that my brother stroke cousin Muzi Sibia injured her sister because her sister threatened to expose him, in brackets, Muzi Sibia, for his involvement in the death of Senzo Meyiwa. I informed Tuli that the best option is to inform his father, normally Sibia. Indeed, he was informed. Subsequent to this, a meeting was called by him. Tuli attended the meeting, as well as myself. Muzi's father offered Tuli money in order to silence her from talking about the fact that Muzi said he was involved in the death of Senzo. He further said she must not pursue a criminal case against his son in exchange for money. An amount of 4,000 rand was given to her. The following people attended the meeting. Normally Sibia, Mkonda, Mkondo, with Zonda, Shindidi Sibia, Melusi Sibia, Mzondo Mtokozi, Mzikaifani Sibia. I was made to donate 100 rand to assist in the donations that must be given to Tuli in order to protect Muzi from being arrested. Indeed, the money was given to Tuli Mbata. I am not sure if Tuli's sister by the name of Teliwe died or not, but I have never seen her alive or heard of her from that day. Next page, page 5 of 7, A1, Annexure A149, Fosselaris Cas 636/10/2014. Sifiso Zungu states further that, paragraph 10, somewhere in 2015 December, I went to my homeland in Matlabatini, where I bumped into Mafika Ntanzi. We greeted each other and spoke. I asked him what happened to him because I last saw him in October 2014 in Fosselaris. Mafika told me that he thought my brother Muzi Sibia told me why they were there. I said to him, no, he did not tell me. Mafika told me that they were there in Fosselaris to do a job of killing Senzo Meyiwa. That is why he left his work to Fosselaris. He further told me that all 5 of them who were present, that they were involved in the death of Senzo Meyiwa, namely Muzi Sibia, Sifiso Ntuli, Carlos Butelezi, Mapisa, and Mafika Ntanzi. While we were talking, Muzi Sibia approached us, as he was also in Emahlabatini. I was shocked to hear this. I asked Muzi this. He admitted this and said he could not have told me this because he does not want me to know his crimes. I was further shocked to know that these people killed Senzo Meyiwa. Paragraph 11. I further know that Muzi Sibia was possessing illegal firearms from time to time. He further knows that he does not have a license to possess a firearm. Paragraph 12. Somewhere in 2016, Muzi Sibia shot another girl called Ntombenhle Ndaba because he accused her of stealing his cell phone. The statement continues on page 6 of 7, First Lawrence Cast 636/10/24. Sifiso Zungu states further that, paragraph 12, somewhere in 2012, Muzi Sibia, that another girl called Ntombenhle Ndaba, because he accused her of stealing his cell phone. Muzi shot this woman more or less 11 times. Normally, Sibia, who is Muzi's father, spoke to the relatives of Ntombenhle and an amount of 5,000 rand, in brackets 5,000, to stop the case against Muzi Sibia. Paragraph 13. I further want to state that Sifiso, in brackets Nkani, is also known as Sifiso Zungu or Sifiso Ntuli. I am not sure whether Zungu is his mother's surname. I can also confirm that on the day that Senzo was killed, all the 5, namely Sifiso Ntuli, Muzi Sibia, Mapisa, Carlos Butelezi, in brackets, he could be using another surname, as well as Mafika Ntanzi, were all together. Mafika also confirmed that they all participated in the killing of Senzo Meyiwa. This was also confirmed to me by Muzi Sibia. I am not sure who exactly pulled the trigger, but it was clear that all 5 of them were part of it. When Muzi and Mafika told me, they also told me that the information to kill Senzo Meyiwa came from his girlfriend, Kelly Kumalo. Paragraph 14. I can be able to identify the suspects in brackets above if I see them again, in brackets, that is Muzi Sibia, Mafika Ntanzi, Nkani Sifiso Ntuli or Zungu, Mapisa, and Carlos Butelezi. I further want to state that there was another meeting called by Muzi's father at Emahlabatini, where it was alleged that Nobuso threatening. The statement continues on page 7 of 7. First Lotus Cast 636/10/2014, Sifiso Zungu states further that Nombuso are threatening to report Muzi Sibia for killing Senzo Meyiwa. On the meeting, the 2 girls admitted that they did indeed say they will inform the police about Muzi's involvement in the death of Senzo Meyiwa. They said Muzi Sibia told them this himself on previous occasions when he was showing off that he is a real man. When an argument between started, Muzi threatened to shoot them and actually fired a fire. I was there personally when this happened in First Lores Hostel. As always, Muzi's father requested these 2 girls to keep this information between the family. I do not know how much money was given to them, but an agreement was reached to this effect. Paragraph 15. I know and understand the contents of this statement. I have no objection to the taking of the prescribed oath. I consider the prescribed oath to be binding on my conscience. And there's a signature. Then there's a commissioning part. I certify that the above statement was made before me and that the deponent has acknowledged that he knows and understands the contents of this statement. This statement was sworn before me and the deponent's signature placed thereon in my presence at Primrose SAPS on Sunday at, and it says, Bongani Nicholas Gininda, SAPS head office, Pretorius, and it says Colonel, say 2020/6/24, 22/30, and it's signed.
Yeah, so Mr. Jonas, do the same exercise in Zulu so that Mr. Gwabeni can understand what the English version was, which was read by Mr. Baloyi. Studied from the beginning right up to the end, interpreting it in Zulu.
May I request
a
you do it after tea, Madam?
Oh,
This is-
tea time.
Yes.
You want to have tea first?
Please, Madam.
Okay, 3. Tea time.